And welcome to this episode of The Collector's Corner, brought to you by the Washington Arms Collectors. This episode is entitled, It's Delightful, It's Delicious, It's DeMille's. And the DeMille's we're referring to is that producer of epic and spectacular cinema, Cecil B. DeMille's. We're going to be taking a look vicariously at an epic and spectacular gun show. By table count, it is twice the size of the fabled SHOT Show. It is 4 times the size of the Las Vegas Antique Arms Show. In comparison, the shows of our beloved Washington Arms Collectors or Oregon Arms Collectors are but a microbe. However, after we take our peek, we're going to circle back around and I'll show you one of the purchases I made at that gun show. And we will find that there are delightful interconnections with the delicious little Washington Arms Collectors shows and that DeMille's Magnitude Gun Show. In fact, we might call it a Mount Sinai level event. In fact, Charlton Heston, as Moses, would have stomped his staff in approval. Now, we go to our very fine field correspondent.
And thank you, James, for that introduction. I have a bit of a fright this morning, just took a shower, getting prepared. An ablution for what I'm told is a Mount Sinai level event. Wanenmacher's great gun show in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been variously told 4,100, 4,400, 4,500 tables and 11 acres. But what are an acre or 2 or 3 or 400 tables difference in something of this size? So, come on along now, let's go to Wanenmacher's and give you just a bit of a keyhole look at the nation's most fabulous gun show.
This is, to gun shows, the Niagara Falls of gun shows. The sheer volume is astonishing. And the pan shot I just showed you was only the first floor. Good gravy. I'm going to have to hurry if I'm going to get through some of this. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I'm walking, and honestly, this looks like it's about half a mile, quarter mile length for the upstairs, and unbelievable.
They say you can never have too much of a good thing. Let's try for too much of a good thing with this Case Georgian set. First, a rifle. But sometimes you're feeling peppery, a pepper box. And milady might need a gun for her purse and for her bodice. But finally, when you're a dualistic mode, try dueling pistols. Aha! Dynamic duo, what about his and her Howdah pistols by W. Greener? Howdy do, what about an exotic caliber Howdah pistol, a 5.77 450? And anybody know these initials? Now let's circle around to something James was referring to with this last item.
And we circle back around. You saw that last item on the screen. I'd like to discuss that. It seems that that was one of my purchases at the Tulsa Gun Show. It is a Royal Irish Constabulary revolver, first model, first pattern. A number of factors distinguish it as first model, first pattern. First off, penny pinching. Rather than pay to use someone's patented design of an ejector rod attached to the frame, here you have an ejector rod attached by a collar to the barrel. You'll note the cylinder is smooth and the ratchets which engage the cylinder are in the front. Moreover, on the left side of the frame, there are 4 screws. All of these are factors one sees in a first model, first pattern Royal Irish Constabulary revolver. Now, on the top strap, we have Little and Kading, San Francisco. Little and Kading was the largest emporium of sporting goods west of the Rockies. And this was ordered, factory engraved, and sometime early in the revolver's existence, the hammer was bobbed. Why? Well, it seems that Carl Malden wasn't the only one who encountered wild times on the streets of San Francisco, nor 21st century tourists. But the seaport during the gold rush, goldfield days, was a place of violence, and one had to be prepared to face the streets of San Francisco, and so this was someone's concealed carry pistol, hammer bob, so it could be swiftly withdrawn from one's morning coat pocket, and you could confront the baddies. It dates, this revolver, probably to about the 1870s. Now, I said there were delightful interconnections with the delicious little shows of the Washington Arms Collectors and the DeMille's Magnitude Tulsa Gun Show. The interconnections? Well, it seems that I saw either this revolver or one very similar on the tables of the Washington Arms Collectors. At the time, my wallet wasn't quite as plump and juicy, and I was hesitant to purchase it, and alas, the next show I went to, it was gone. Then, when I attended the Tulsa show, I saw the same gun, quite a bit more expensive. I haggled, and I purchased what I had seen some years before, or something that looks a great deal like it. The original seller at a Washington Arms Collectors show was a nonagerian who has a steel trap memory, and he tells me that though this is very like it, it is not the same revolver. Far be it from me to question his incandescent intelligence. So, bottom line, keep your powder dry, your money ready, and both eyeballs scun for those fantastic historical items or incredible bargains you might see on the tables of the Washington Arms Collectors or of our sister organization, the Oregon Arms Collectors. Thank you.